for this week. And what an interesting round we had last week of Rugby League. And joining us again is back. Two Block. How you going?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. That's all right, bro. So, you enjoyed your football this week?
I saw that the Dragons flogged the Knights only by 6 points though.
Yeah, my tipping didn't go well last week. I had three games
My
lost.
tipping, I haven't even checked my tipping. Let me check my tipping because I don't know how well I went this week.
Mine went pretty bad. I got three wrong. I'll be honest. I didn't expect
I'm
Tigers to
hoping
beat
I at least only
Parramatta.
got one wrong. I don't know exactly. I would like to log in, please. I, my email, I guess. This email.
All good. Either way, let's continue on with the video so far. We'll get back to that later. We've got so much time to see that all later. So, guys, welcome to round 7. And of course, this week is the Anzac week. So, we're going to do quickly, I'll just pass through this one part first. As you guys know, we've got a tipping comp. You guys can join that still. The tipping comp code is.
Actually, I would like to, before we continue, I'd like to actually check something.
Yes, what would you like to check, my
I
friend?
need to make sure. Let me just reset my password first. No, not last pass. Fudge off last pass. Uh, Let me just reset my password.
You're good?
Yep, just give me like 2 minutes while I check something. Okay, so my tipping last week was one wrong, three wrong.
Yep, same as me. I've got three wrong. Don't
Let me
worry.
guess. That was the Raiders. That was the
Yep,
Knights, and that was the Eels.
yep, that's the one.
I think we followed each other the exact way that way.
Oh god, yeah, we did. Either way,
That's
guys.
sad.
Either way, back
But
to the
by the
videos.
way, there's no chance of me ever winning
Why?
because I'm 8 points behind the winner at the moment, who's Nowsy.
Wow. Okay, the guy got it right. Well, that's Nazi. All the best, bro. You're doing well so far, just to let you know. Guys, if you haven't already, this is our tipping comp for, NRL sports and stuff. You can win money each week, $250 each week. The code is still there, the league code, everything like that. And the comp is JoArt1 and Co comp. Now, of course, we're going to do a minute of silence since this week is the Anzac round. We're going to do quickly the oath and a minute of silence. I shall do it. Yes, I'll do the oath.
I can't
Alrighty.
speak, so yeah.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget. Alrighty, well, let's continue on. So, of course, this week is the Anzac week in the NRL, and of course, we have some epic matchups coming up for you this week. And we have pretty much 3 days of double headers, pretty much, and it's going to be ultimate. So, we've got Thursday, Friday, 2 Saturday
Okay,
games.
hear me out here.
Yep.
I wish they did it better and just did 4 days consecutive, where it's two in each day.
Well,
But you know.
it's good to also do the Thursday and then continue on. But either way, this is the round this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and of course Monday being the two traditional Anzac matches as it is on the 25th of April. But before we get into the team list this week, here are some of the jerseys this week that will be teams will play in this week. And of course, we've got the Panthers with their jersey, Canberra, St. George, Sharks behind. Hopefully, you guys can see behind our
Okay.
camera. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
by the way, you can move that. You know that? You're able
Yep,
to move that on screen. So if you want to, show them, you can move your head.
there you go. Is my head moved?
That's up to you. It's
I've
not
already
moved for me
moved.
because I can change mine, but you can move it on your recording.
All good, all good. So we've got the Cronulla, we've got the Roosters jersey, which is pretty much the same as last year, but the only difference is at the back of the jersey this year, there's a poppy signifying the Anzac Day jersey. The Rabbitohs with a quite a bizarre jersey, to be honest. I've never seen the
No, no,
Rabbitohs.
no, no. Rabbitohs is nice. I like Rabbitohs.
The
It
Parramatta
is
one?
bizarre for them. I'm just concerned about one other jersey that's on this list right now.
The Parramatta one?
Uh,
Well, look, it was a creative choice, and I really do believe that Parramatta have chose
creative.
this for a reason.
Okay. I don't like disrespecting anything, Anzac related. But it's like they put a 3-year-old on the job.
But yeah, you kind of got a point there, to be honest. And
Like,
then,
no offense. Okay. Dragons always have their traditional one with the poppies here, which is normal for them. You know?
but then you look at
Same,
Parramatta, it's
same
like,
with Panthers. Panthers have their, camo, which is normal for them. Rabbitohs, they went really weird.
that's a bizarre jersey, but you know what? It's kind of interesting as well. But
It is
again,
interesting, but
and the Bulldogs, they've gone for a simple look, but it's nice. But there's more
Bulldogs is
jerseys.
nice. It still states it. Same with the Sharks. They went simplistic, but they put an image, cool. But what the hell, Panthers? Not Panthers, Parramatta. Oh my god.
We're going to leave that for Parramatta. They're Parramatta. And then
It's such a god awful jersey.
And then on the other page, we have 3 other jerseys and one weird thing that I want to get into a bit later about the Tigers.
Who's
Focus on
the middle
top.
team?
So the middle is Melbourne Storms, the right is the Cowboys, and Newcastle. I don't know if you guys can see it. Newcastle this year are not really doing a massive amount of Anzac things, but if you look closely on their sleeves, they actually do have poppies all around the sleeve side and a little bit on the chest. So that's how they've gone for their Anzac jersey this year.
Okay, hear me out here.
Yep.
The worst jersey so far we've seen is Parramatta, right?
Well, let me finish first. Hang on, just 2 seconds.
I know, I'll let you finish, but I'm just questioning one jersey on this list.
But then we have one other thing that really, really I'm bothered by, and I really do believe they should take this off their website. The West Tigers. They have a top that just says, lest we forget, round 7, the day and the team they're playing. It's not even a jersey, it's just a top for fans to wear that day. Can I ask? I don't know. I'm not being rude to the Tigers merchandise.
Sorry if we just look at my forehead. I'm just very concerned.
I'm not being biased.
Jersey.
I'm not being biased or rude to the Tigers merchandise people, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the fans want that. I think they want a nice, pretty jersey like.
Hear me out here, right? Cool. They went different to everyone else, right? That's nice. That's different. But if you're any Australian, you have about 6-10 t-shirts in your closet.
Yeah, and
it's gonna get mixed up.
And not just that. Look, I'm not being rude to the Tigers when I say this. It's a top that just says "lest we forget." There's no Anzac photos. There's no.
Okay, yeah, agreed. Technically, there are 2 Anzac things on there, right? Technically, there's "lest we forget," but then there's the tan color for army type, right?
Yeah, and that's understandable.
Everyone's known for one thing to have. I know, I'm not sure Cowboys have it or not, but that's the poppy.
And the poppy is the most significant thing.
The poppy is the literal idol for Anzac.
Yeah, it's look, like I said, to the Tigers merchandise team, it's a great idea, but I'm gonna be honest.
There are a lot of words I want to say, but I can't say.
Yeah, I'm not being rude. You've kind of made my list worse than Parramatta, because at least Parramatta had a jersey with colour.
I have to agree. I thought it was a jersey. Like, I was looking, I was like, is it a jersey or a shirt? Until you explained to me. I prefer the Parramatta one because it's a jersey. I'd never wear it. I'd never touch it in my life.
I'll be honest, ranking these jerseys at the moment, the last jersey I rank is Tigers. Second would be Newcastle. And then third would be
Parramatta, man. No.
No.
I hate more than... No. My top 3 bad ones, I do agree. Knights are in top 3 in bad ones. But go back a slide for a second.
Yeah.
Right? Which would you rather wear? A jersey that has poppies on the sleeve, or one that a 3-year-old made and the poppies just look like they're 3D. They're just
Yeah, the
slathered on there
Parramatta,
like no one put on there.
the Parramatta one looks like it's got like kids art on it. It looks like a colourful.
So no, it's supposed to represent camouflage, I presume.
Yeah,
But what they forgot to think about is they should have added different shades of yellow.
and look, I'm going to be honest. As a Roosters fan, I know a lot of people will be saying the Roosters jersey is very boring, but at least the Roosters jersey
Okay.
has a sentimental piece about it.
So
The fact,
there is a sentimental reason why Roosters are keeping it simplistic, right? But we can all agree there is one jersey that stands out, and that is probably the best this year. Go forward a slide.
which one are you saying is the best one?
Go forward a slide.
Oh, forward side, yeah.
That would be the middle Storm one. If you look at the thing, it is Army Man surrounded by a field of poppies. That is perfect to signify it. Unlike the Cowboys and unlike the Sharks.
Speaking of the Cowboys one, actually, the Cowboys one is a really
The
nice
Cowboys
one
one
as
look
well.
like they're going to war.
No, it's a scenic shot. Okay, it's a scenic shot.
I know
of
that.
actually,
No, I know it's a scenic shot.
Yeah.
But doesn't it look like it's more like a bombing run?
No, exactly.
That's why I don't like it as much. But if you go back a slide, right? If the Storm one didn't exist, I would prefer either the Cronulla Sharks, where it's significant. But out of all of them, the most unique one's obviously the Rabbitohs. They wouldn't do that. But my favorite one, and not to be biased, is obviously the Roosters.
And what's made you like the Roosters one the most? Out of all the jerseys so far, what made you like the Roosters?
So it's simplistic. It, other than having a poppy on the back, it signifies its original jersey for Anzac. Correct?
Yeah, no, exactly.
They're bringing it back and they're trying to keep it that way. So not only that production issue, but it's meaning it's going to be the same and continuing to make it different. Instead of having a lavish different one every year, having the same one you can wear no matter what, new players, newcomers, old people can all unite in the same jersey compared to the other ones.
No, exactly. And I've got to be honest, as a Roosters supporter, I still love the Bondi Blue jerseys. They really have been significant for the Roosters for years, especially actually during the time of the war. These were the actual jerseys that the Sydney Roosters were wearing. So technically, this does represent a lot of things for the Roosters.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially the heritage. That's the more. Last week they had a nice jersey, but this week really signifies the Roosters that we all know and love. If I had to choose another jersey I like this year, I'm going to say the Cronulla Sharks. I really do like the design.
Agreed. But if I wanted to have a simplistic but straightforward to get to the point jersey, I wouldn't think anything but Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers, they've got a nice one.
Okay, hear me out here. May I ask, is there a poppy on the back of the Rabbitohs jersey?
With the Rabbitohs jersey, I think this is just what you're going to get. I think the Rabbitohs jersey...
It sucks. Yeah. In retrospect, yeah, it represents Australia, whatever it's called. The Stars. And it has the Australian flag in green on their shoulder. Don't like, no offense, it's simplistic. It is nice. I can totally agree. It's absolutely nice. But it's simplistic.
No, exactly.
Very simplistic. Like, I agree. You'll agree. St. George have had basically the same jersey for God knows how long for Anzac.
But you know what I like about the Dragons, Wampa? Doesn't matter if it's always the same. They do something that always signifies, like the Roosters, and like, of course, the Canberra Raiders, that always seem to always do an Anzac jersey. They always have something that resembles their historic things of what they used to do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. But from the jersey Rabbitohs had last year compared to this year? What
Yeah,
happened?
it's not. Even last year's jersey for Rabbits, it was a blue jersey. It was more like a military one. It wasn't really like,
Yeah, it was still
yeah,
better than
it
this one.
was, yeah, yeah.
But
Anyway,
again, yeah, let's continue on so we
yeah,
don't have another.
yeah.
I don't want your video being about 6 hours long because we can
Oh,
rant about jerseys for a while.
well, we have to talk about this. This is the spirit of Anzac Day. And
Yeah,
guys, don't forget, if you're going down to any of the games this week, make sure to embrace the Anzac spirit. That is the whole point of the week, especially going into a week where we're reflecting on all those brave soldiers that years ago in the battles of Gallipoli and all those other battles that sacrificed themselves for what Australia is today. And we want to thank them for all their services, including the military people in service right now. This is our thank you from us from the NRL to you guys. Alrighty, moving on to the first game of this week. It is the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks taking on the Manly Warringah Seagulls at 7:50 p.m. at PointsBet Stadium, Shark Park, and you can watch this on Channel 9, Fox League, and of course KO Sport, which I'm still
did you
having
call it
trouble putting the
Shark
logo up.
Park?
Yeah, this is Shark Park. PointsBet Stadium is
Yeah,
Sharks home ground.
but did you mean to rhyme like that?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I was gonna say it's hilarious. You just did it on the
well,
spot.
you know.
Um,
Alrighty, so let's begin with this lineup, and I'll start off with the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Let's
yeah, it's
begin.
fine.
So, for the backs, we have William Kennedy, Sione Katoa, Jesse Ramian, Sophia Talaki, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Matt Moylan, and Nico Hines. For the forwards, we have Toby Rudolph, Blake Rayleigh, Adrian Tolman, Britton Nakora, Teague Wilton, and Cameron McInnes. Almost just read off
Wait,
his
okay.
mouth.
Before did you say Adrian Tolman?
I think I was supposed to say Aiden, but I accidentally.
No. You said you were about to say originally. You went Adrian.
I don't know. Anyway, all right, moving to the interchange. Brandon Trindle, Jake Williams, Royce Hunt, and Andrew Fafita. And for the reserves, we've got Lachlan Miller, Mawai Horodi, Matt Ikavalu, Jesse Whoa. Okay, Kayla
Eloquent.
Leroux, I don't know, Thomas Haston, and Franklin Pali. And off to the Manly Seagulls, we have.
And for the Seagulls, our backs are Ruben Garrick, Jason Sabb, Brad Parker, Morgan Harper, Christian Tui Pulutu, and we say it, Kieran Foreign?
Yep.
That's right, it's Foreign. And Daly Cherry Evans. And for our forwards, we have help.
Sipley, just say Sipley.
Sipley. And we have Lachlan Croker. Tenelia Pisca.
Pascal, yep.
Hamole. That's all I can think.
Hamoli
I love that.
Alokotoa.
Okay, thank you. Andrew Davey and Jake Travojevic. And for our interchanges are Dalen Walker, Carl Lawton, Ethan Bullimore, and Kurt DeLewis. And for our reserves, we have Ben Travojevic, Tuluatu Koala, George Toa
George Tafua.
Tafua. Oh, thank you. KO Weeks, James Romeros,
Viliami
Balame Fafita, and Jacob Sykes.
Well, that is your Thursday match for the beginning of the Anzac round, and it's between two teams this year that are really starting to show they're flexing their muscles early, especially for Manly. Last week, going down to beat if I'm not wrong, they played, just off the top of my head, who did they play? I think yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to remember. But they really did a good job. I think they won that game, if I'm not wrong.
Manly versus the Titans, 26-18.
Yes, Manly beat the Gold Coast Titans without Tom Trbojevic. And the Sharks, well, even though they lost against Melbourne, they really did show a fight, technically speaking. The fact that the first half, the Sharks really were neck and neck with Melbourne. This game's going to be interesting. Two teams that are really hoping to make the top 8. I'm going to back Cronulla here. I really do believe Cronulla have that firepower to just take down Manly. I really do believe that the way they played against Melbourne, if they continue playing like that, they're going to start being a wrecking ball for teams to play against.
See, I agree with you. Cronulla could definitely flog them. But just to make sure I at least have one difference to you, I'm going Manly. What are you eating?
It's mango.
Hey,
All
no,
good,
I
all
want
good.
mango now. Okay,
Hey, it's
continue.
good to have fresh. So that's your Thursday game. And guys, don't forget, it's on the Wide World of Sports, Fox League, and KO Sport. And also, guys, make sure to get your tickets for the Anzac round. Tickets are still selling, especially for the Roosters and Dragons, which we'll get to very much later on.
Very, very shortly.
But moving on to the Friday match, it is between the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs at 7:55 p.m. at Suncorp Stadium. Well, an
The
interesting match.
Broncos' home stadium.
Yes, and these two teams have already played each other, so this will be an interesting match to see who will win the second game. Brisbane won it first. Can the Doggies pull off an upset for their?
Nah.
Who knows? There could be
Ain't
a
gonna
possible.
happen.
Either way, let's go on with the Brisbane Broncos. For the backs, we have Team Murray, Martin, Corey Oates, Katoni Staggs, Herbie Farnworth, Selwyn Cobbo, Tyson Gamble, and Adam Reynolds. For the forwards, we've got Corey Jensen, Corey Packy, Payne Haas, Kurt Capewell, Jordan Ricky, Kobe Herthington, and then for the interchange, we've got Billy Walters, Rice Kennedy, Tom Flegler, and then we've got Kenai Harsili. And for the reserves, we've got,
It's Keenan.
oh my
It's Keenan.
gosh, Delonius Huda. Is that right?
DeLewis.
DeLewis Huda? Is that right? I think so.
Hota. DeLewis
Anyway,
Hota. I think.
And then we've got Jordan Pereira, Tenny Rabati, Brinko Lee, Izara Mam.
Okay, before you continue, go to the third reserve again. Just try and say their name.
Tio Rabati.
It's not Tiu.
It's T-E-U-I. T-U.
Yeah, it's a silent E.
Oh, you know what I mean. All right, Tui.
Yeah, see?
But, yeah,
No.
okay.
But you'll understand.
Yeah, no, exactly. All right, and then we got Ethan Quayle Ward and Logan Bayliss. And moving on to the Bulldogs.
For the Bulldogs, our backs are Matt Duffy, Brent Naden, Aaron Shroop, Jake Avarello, Josh Amokar, Matt Burton, and Kyle Flanagan. And for our forwards, we have Luke Thompson, Jeremy Marshall King, Paul Vaughan, Corey Waddle. Waddle. Waddell. I keep screwing that up.
No, don't worry, it's all good. Look, you'll get the
Tavita,
name.
Pungai Jr., Josh Jackson. And for our interchanges, we have Brandon Wakeham, Joe Stimson, Max King. Hey, Joe, we verse each other.
What is it?
Tui's versing Joe.
Where's Joe? Hang on. Where's Joe?
Joe Stimson, interchange.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Oh,
It's a battle. It's a battle.
eh.
You best
All
be
right.
backing your Joe. And Ava Semalavagi, how you say it? I cannot say it.
Semalavagi.
And Max King. Sorry about that. And for our reserves, we have Bailey Poindai Oido, Jackson Topine, Reese Hoffman, Jaden Akobar, Corey
Ockenball.
Allen, Akunaba? Akunaba. I'm saying
No, it's
Akunaba.
Ockenball.
I'm calling him Akunaba.
Okay.
Um,
I'll continue.
Corey Allen, Joshua Cook, or Joshy Cook. And hey, I'm on your team too. Tui Patui Kota.
All right, that's the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs live on Wide World of Sports and Fox League, and of course KO Sport. It's going to be an epic match on Friday between these two teams. I'm going to back Brisbane. I think, truthfully speaking,
No, back your Joe. You have to back your Joe.
yeah,
Come
but you
on.
know, all right, I'll back the Bulldogs for this game. I think both teams really have been struggling this year, and I think both teams still haven't found their footing, especially the Bulldogs, they've really struggled the last couple of weeks taking on teams like Melbourne and, like Manly and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
really do believe if Bulldogs are going to win this game this week, they're going to really have to be switched on. With Kyle Flanagan back, I think they've got a lot to prove this week. So
Definitely.
I'm gonna back the Bulldogs, but admittedly, I think Broncos might get this at Suncorp Stadium.
No,
It's
you're not wrong. It's really Broncos did win the last game against them, but that can turn some cockiness saying, "Oh, yeah, we beat them last time. We can do it again." While Bulldogs have something to prove and have a revenge to do something about it.
hmm. Well, especially the fact that that game was so close. The fact that Bulldogs almost had that game won if last minute plays had gone the right way for them. But
Exactly. No,
yeah,
100%.
well, exactly. Alrighty, moving on to the first doubleheader of Super Saturday. It is between the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Gold Coast Titans, live at 5:30 p.m. on Fox League and of course KS Sport at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Townsville. An epic matchup between two Queensland sides, and of course, the Queensland sides at the moment they hate each other. They're all trying to beat each other. These two, a rivalry and a half, Cowboys and Gold Coast, both actually starting to look much better than what they've been the last couple of years. Who's going to take it out? We'll have to find out.
Especially being, right? There are three teams in Queensland, right? There's the North team, there's the middle team, and then there's the Brisbane team, which is the lowest part of it. So, in retrospect, it's town. Not brain hurt.
Battle of Queensland.
North Queensland and the middle part. I don't know exactly where Titans are from.
Gold Coast. Sunshine Coast.
I don't know which one's further.
Oh my gosh. Brisbane, I think, is a little bit lower, and then Queensland's up top next to Cairns, and then Gold Coast is in the middle. But either way, the point is,
No. So Brisbane's the middle team. It's okay. So it's a battle against Northern and Southern Queensland. Who will win? No one knows.
no one knows. All right, Tui, you want to start? Sorry, Two Block, you want to start off with the Cowboys this time
Okay,
around?
I've already stated my name. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but just your local wing tag.
Okay, this is a hard one for me.
Just got drink water.
You just noticed that name?
Yeah, that's the easiest one.
No. This is a hard one for me. I'm not sure exactly which one I want to start with. That's the issue.
No,
Right?
well, you're doing Cowboys, aren't you?
I don't know. Do I want to do Cowboys?
I would want to
guess I'll
do.
do it because they're closer to my homeboy lands.
No, exactly.
For our backs for the Cowboys, we have Scott Drinkwater, Kyle Feldit, Valentine Holmes, Peter Hiku,
Hiku, yeah.
Murray.
Talangi.
I'm calling him Murray.
That's all right.
Tom Dearden, Chad Townsend, and for our forwards for the Cowboys, we have Jordan McLean, Reese Robson, Cohen Haas, Helium Lukey, Jeremiah Nani, Jason
Tamalolo.
Yep. And for our interchanges for the Cowboys, we have Jake Rainville, Tom Gilbert, Ruben Cotter, and Griffith Name. Dang, it's going to only give him a name.
Alrighty, moving on.
For the reserves, we have JM
Tamano Brown.
Tawana Brown, Brandon Elliott, Riley Price, Jordan Lip, Ermi Pierre, Hemiser Tabio Fido, and Thomas Chester.
Alrighty.
Now on to the Titans.
Moving on to the Gold Coast Titans, and for the backs we have Jermaine Alsacco, Philip Sami, Brian Kelly, Patrick Herbert, Greg Marsam, Alexander Brimson, and Toby Sexton. For the forwards we got Mweka Fodaweka, Aaron Clark, Isaac Liu, David Fafita, Bo Fermor, Tino Famasuli, and for the interchange we've got Will Smith, Sam Lissoni, Jermaine Joffliffe, and Jared Wallace. And for the reserves, we have Paul Turner, Kevin Proctor, Sam McClintry, Tannen Boyd, Sophia Fafita, Corey Thompson, and Jaden Campbell.
Okay, I'm so annoyed at you.
Why?
Number 20, say his name again.
Number 20, Sam McClintry.
McIntyre.
Is that McIntyre? Because it's got a Y.
How do you spell tire on a car?
I don't know. I swear that's
Tyre.
Okay, yeah, McIntyre. All right, McIntyre. Okay, I make one mistake. All right, I'm trying to,
Okay.
Anyway,
but before we move on, Bubba choke.
Oh, good. So the
But
Cowboys
no.
and Gold Coast, an interesting matchup. Who you've got to back?
Before I even back them, because I don't even know exactly, I have to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these names sound fake.
No, they're all real.
I know that, but a lot. Hi, my name's Scott Drinkwater. I have to drink water.
Yeah.
Hi, my last name's Name. My parents didn't want to give me a name.
They're all different names and different, nationalities and stuff like that. So again, you kind of
Sexton
gotta.
is a tool. He's calling himself a tool.
Oh yeah, okay. We better not say that on YouTube. We're gonna get demonetized.
What are you talking about?
Gotta be careful what you say.
It's a name and a tool. It's fine.
Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah. All good. Alrighty. Cowboys and Gold Coast. Who do you have to back here? I'm going Cowboys, to be honest.
The thing is, I'm going Cowboys too, only because they're a better team all around. Their stats are better.
I'm going the Cowboys more for the fact that the last couple of weeks Gold Coast have played, I really haven't seen the Gold Coast that we left off with last year when they played the Roosters in the prelim. That Gold Coast team there was more tactical.
Aren't they a complete new team this year, though?
They're a complete new team. Well, actually, no, they're the same team last year, just a couple players out. But I really haven't seen anything from the Gold Coast that has sparked, some excitement. It's a lot more like they're just playing to be in the 8 this year instead of just playing with passion and heart. And to be honest, not being rude to the Gold Coast fans, I really do see you guys somewhere in the 8 this year, but you guys have to improve from now to further on.
I don't see the Gold Coast in the top 8 until I see them play the way they need to play.
No, exactly.
But they're a good team. We can all agree. They're definitely a good team. But they don't have the strive to be in the top 8 because all they want to do is continue beating teams. Well, that's not how the other teams go. Oh, yeah, they definitely need to beat the other teams to be in the top 8. But it's not what they, choose how they do it.
And especially
they have a reason to it.
And especially with the Gold Coast at the moment, some games they've been giving up higher leads, and sometimes that's really not good, especially when it comes to games that are crucial to this season. Alrighty, moving on to this. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I understand, some games they can leave, but the thing is, right? I remember there was this one game, it was like a couple of years ago, right? I think it was the Broncos versus, it was the Roosters, maybe last year, where the Roosters were winning the first half by a lot. And what happened?
Yeah, well, exactly. A lot of teams.
Roosters got flogged.
Okay, thanks for bringing that one up.
But I was there too, remember? I was sad.
Hang on, but we weren't leading at the first half. Really, they were leading by a point.
We weren't leading a lot. We were leading in the first half.
No, exactly.
Okay.
All right, moving on to the next. Sorry, all good. Moving on to the next Saturday game. It's between the West Tigers taking on the South Sydney Bunnies, live on 7:35 p.m. at Commonwealth Bank Stadium.
So, okay. Before we continue about the names, why does it look like the Roosters is the dad who's annoyed his son's playing for the wrong team?
What's that?
If you look at the image, right? Why does it look like a sad dad wishing his son didn't choose Tigers.
They they're happy. They're gonna play a game on the weekend. They're Yeah. All right, moving on to the team. All right. The West Tigers, for the backs, we have Dane Laurie, David Nofaluma, James Roberts, Stafford Toa, Ken Mamalo, Luke Brooks, and Jackson Hastings. For the forwards, we got James Tamo, Jake Simpkins, Zane Musgrove, Kalani Talangi, Luciano Lulua, and Joe Ofangawi. And for the interchange, we got Jock Madden, Alex Twall, Thomas McKaylee, and Luke Gardner. And for the reserves, we've got Alex Seafarth, Jack Littleman, Oliver Gildert, Tyrone Peachy, Timko Simpkins, Austin Diaz, and Junior Tupou. And moving on to the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Oh, the Rabbitohs we have for our backs it is Blake Tarfey, Alex Johnson, Tan Miho,
Mile.
one of them, Campbell
Graham.
Thank you.
No worries.
Josh Mamor, Cody
Mansell.
Walker, and
Mansell.
I couldn't see the S.
Sorry.
And Cody Walker and Lachlan Elias, thank you. For the forwards, we have Tavita. That's it. Damien Cook, Han Selly, Keon,
Kalamatangi.
and yep, I'm just gonna say Keon.
That's alright.
Jai Arrow, Cameron Murray, and for the interchanges for the Rabbits, we have Thomas Burgess, Jacob Host, Davey Mole,
Mola. Yes,
Liam
Mole. Yeah.
Mole, he's a mole. Liam Knight. For our reserves, we have Sylvia Habavi, Aizawa Tass, Peter
Malozos.
Thank you. Richard. Sorry.
That's alright.
Like you were trying to say something, I just continued. Richard Keenan, Dean Hawkins, Terrell Carlo, and Jackson Polo.
Yeah. Well, we have an interesting match between the West Tigers and the South Sydney Rabbitohs coming up this week. And, of course, it's a battle of the Tigers. Won their first game last week, coming off that win, playing up against a Rabbitohs side that really this year have won games, but admittedly they're still struggling to find ways to win games in a full clear game. They're just really playing it and just winning it at pace. So between these two teams, Tigers and Rabbitohs, realistically on stat papers, it's the Rabbitohs, but do we think the Tigers have a chance to pull off an upset here against the Rabbitohs in a really, really weird situation to pull it off?
No chance.
You're saying no to it?
Dolphins, they're a good team. They play good. They might, I'd say maybe 10%. That's it. Against the experience and the strategic Roosters actually have, and their stats are pretty good too, with the bare minimum stats and the basic knowledge of how to play on the Tigers side, not trying to be distant on Tigers, it's just, they are the worst or the best team. Remember, they're only 15th.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Versing the team that's,
still good, but struggling at the same time.
8th.
No, exactly.
So
exactly.
it's near bottom of the pack.
Technical difficulties
it's basically the bottom of the barrel versus bare minimum.
I'm going to back the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I think
I have to agree. I'm backing them
Souths will be too strong in this game. I reckon Tigers, if they really pull themselves together and actually play a lot more defensive football and a lot more attack, I think they will rattle the South Sydney Rabbitohs because there's a lot of players on that team that are still gelling with their components next to them. So anything could realistically happen, but I'm saying the Rabbitohs because the Rabbitohs,
I
with
agree with
Cody
you
Walker
100%
and
here. Rabbitohs are definitely most likely going to win this game.
no, exactly. All right, well that is the end of the Saturday games, and you can catch those two games on Fox League and KS Sport. Moving on to Sunday, we have the Newcastle Knights taking on the Parramatta Eels at McDonald Jones Stadium at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And this game is on Fox League and KO Sport. Two block. Which one do you want to take this time round? I'll take
I'll
Parramatta.
take the Knights this time.
No worries.
So for the Knights, our backs are Kalen Ponga, Edric Lee, Dane Gagai, Bradman Best, Inari Talua, Jake Clifford, and Adam Clune.
Adam Clune.
Adam Clune. For our forwards, we have David Clemmer, Chris Randall, David Saifidi. Safidi, thank you. That sounds so much better. How did I think of that? Tyson Frizel, Brody Jones, and Kurt Mann. And for our interchange for the Knights, we have Phoenix Crossland, Jacob. Did I say this all over again?
Saifidi.
Sorry. No brothers, gotcha. Saifidi. Leo Thompson and Sasao Sosu.
Sasawa
Thank you, yeah. For the reserves, we have Sammy Sasagai, Pasami Sulo, Tex Hoy, Hamel Hunt, Jack Johns, Dylan Lucas, and
John Purcell.
Who calls a kid
Jaron
Jaron?
Purcell. Yeah, it's a good name. It's interesting. Moving on to the Parramatta Eels, we have for the backs Clint Gutherson, Hazaim Perham, Will Pennessy, Tom Opacek, Bailey Simpson, Dylan Brown, and Mitch Moses. For the forwards, we got Regan Campbell Gillard, Reed Marnie, Junior Paulo, Sean Lane, Isaiah Papali'i, and Nathan Brown. And for the interchange, we got Malika Makatoa, I think if that's right, Ryan Madison, Oregon Kafusi, Jake Arthur. And for the reserves, we got Bryce Cartwright, Mitch Rain, Wernie Gregory, Kyle Rodwell, Samuel Lozolio, Ellie L. Zachem, and Zach Chin. An interesting matchup between the Newcastle Knights taking on Parramatta this week. This is going to be an interesting match for both teams to see where their season is at, actually, at this point in the season. Newcastle coming off a really kind of a bad loss against the Dragons, and Parramatta coming off a 1-point loss against the Tigers that really has started to make critics question their season so far. Two block. Who do you think has this one in the bag? Who do you think has the ability to win it?
Both of them have something to prove. One from having lost 1 point, which I feel is so much worse than losing, by 6. They were neck and neck most of the time with Parramatta. Parramatta was neck and neck with their team. Whatever they were, I can't remember. But I'm actually going to go for an upset here. I'm going with Knights because they have more to prove. But they can overthrow a team that's in the top 8.
No, exactly. I'm going to pack the Newcastle Knights. I think last week against the Dragons, even though, yes, they were very scrappy and you could see they were struggling with some points, I think last week we didn't see the full Newcastle Knights that we've seen in the last couple of years. I think the Newcastle Knights, especially last week with the distraction of Kalen Ponga, was he going to sign back with Newcastle and stuff like that? And today, Newcastle have been rejoiced to the fact that he will be signing a 5-year contract worth around 2.5 or 3.5 million. I can't remember exactly the amount. If you guys know the amount, you can comment in the down section below. But yeah, I really do believe Newcastle have this game. I think Ponga, their inspirational captain, will have something to do with this win. I think Parramatta, they might struggle against this Newcastle side if Newcastle fire up very quickly. So yeah. All right, that game's on Fox League and of course KO Sport. And the next Sunday match is, of course, the Penrith Panthers taking on the Canberra Raiders on, of course, the 4:05 time slot at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith. And it's an epic match between the Penrith Panthers, the boys from the mountains, against the Canberra Raiders. A brilliant match to go up.
The boys from the rich joint.
Well, I don't know if they're the rich joint, but still.
Well, if you think about it, they get everything they want. Anyone in Canberra gets whatever they want. The laws are different.
Yeah, no, exactly. Alrighty, so 2 block. Who do you want to take this time? Do you want the Raiders or do you want Penrith?
I'll take Penrith.
You'll do the Penrith Panthers, alright, no worries.
Yeah. For the Panthers backs, we have Dylan Edwards, Charlie Staines, Isaac Targo, Stephen? It's Stephen, right?
Stephen Crichton, yeah.
Stephen Christian.
Crichton.
Crichton? Crichton? Okay. Crichton. Taylor May, Jaron Louis, and Nathan Cleary. And for the forwards for the Panthers, we have Matthew Eisenherth, Apasai Coruscant.
Appy Coruscant.
Thank you. James Fisher Harris. William?
William Mikikau.
Okay, thank you. Liam Martin and Isa Yo?
Isaiah.
Okay, thank you. Isaiah Yo. And for the interchange, we have Mitch Kenny, Scott Sorensen, Spencer Liu
or something, yeah.
Yeah. Jerman Salmon. And for the reserves for the Panthers, we have Robert Jennings, Chris Smith, Jamari Hopgood,
yeah.
Yep. Lindsay Smith, Sonny Luke, Christian, and Sean O'Sullivan.
Sorry. What was that again? Say that second last one. What did I just say back
Brighton.
up there somewhere? Yeah, that's it. There you go. Good one. All right, moving on to the Canberra Raiders. We have, for the backs, Jordan Rapana, Nick Kotrick, Matthew Timoko, Sammy Valame, Xavier Savage, Jack Wyden, and Braden Schneider. For the forwards, we've got Josh Papali, Tom Starling, Joseph Tarpany, Corey Haraniranira, Elliot Whitehead, Ryan Sutton. And for the in-change, we've got Charles Nickel Coxter, Harry Rushton, Adam Elliott, Corey Horsburgh. And for the reserves, we've got Hudson Young, Matt Frawley, Jared Croker, Emre Gula, Trey Mooney, James Squiller, and of course, Peter Holler. An epic match between the Penrith Panthers and the Raiders. Raiders last week had a dreadful game against the Cowboys. They were doing so well and gave the game away to the North Queensland Cowboys. The Panthers, they beat the Brisbane Broncos pretty convincingly last week and a pretty good thrashing, 40-16. So, Panthers and Raiders, I know who I'm backing, Penrith, in a heartbeat. Panthers.
When you've played 6 games and you've won 6 games, I think you're gonna win.
And they're the only undefeated team so far still in the comp, which is pretty good this year. That's a good sign for Penrith. Alrighty.
Penrith pretty much go most of the year without a loss. Except for their training loss. Their training loss is very confusing.
I think probably the teams they may struggle against if the Roosters are red hot or Melbourne.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. But I'm thinking their training day, I think they just put their B team on,
Yeah. No, exactly. All right, and that game, guys, you can watch on 9 World of Sports, Fox League, and of course, KO. Now, the final 2 games of the round, the 2 most important games of the Anzac weekend, and of course, they are the traditional games to end this week of Anzac Week. It is first off, the St. George Illawarra Dragons taking on the Sydney Roosters live on Monday at 4 p.m. at, of course, the Sydney Cricket Ground. And it's going to be an epic matchup between these two teams. Two teams really firing this week, hopefully. Let's see how we go with this. So, who would you like to go for? Dragons, or do you want to
See,
do
I
Roosters?
could be petty here because you stole the Broncos off me.
You could do Roosters, I don't mind. There's no hassle with it.
Yeah, but I don't want to screw up their names.
Don't worry, it's all good. So I'll do Dragons. Alright.
No,
So we got,
no,
you
I'm not
sure?
being petty. I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'm not doing them any ever.
Okay, yeah, well, it's up to you,
I
bro.
told you this. I
I
said I could be petty. I said I could be petty.
hang on, but hang on. In my defense, you did say you didn't want to do the Brisbane team because the names were hard. So I took the names
No,
from you.
I get that you got this wrong.
Yeah?
I do the Broncos team because it's my old team.
Yeah, but then remember you just said to me before that.
No, that's the Roosters. The names are still hard for me.
No, but you also said anyway. Don't
Some
worry,
of the
it's all
names
good.
of Broncos are hard. I prefer to do the Broncos and Roosters, or any other one.
All good.
Okay, for the Dragons, for our backs we have Moses Mbite, Matthew Fagai. Why is there two Moseses? God. Moses Sully, Zach Lomax, Mikael Ravalawa, how do you say it? Jack Bird,
Ravalawa.
and Ben Hunt. For the forwards, for the Dragons, we have Francis Molo, Andrew McCullough.
Andrew
McCullough, thank you.
No
Josh
worries.
Kerr. I really need to start learning these names. Instead of just jumping in and just assuming I know the names and just trying and screwing them up.
Nah, it's all good.
We have Tarek Sims, Jaden Sewer, Jack Deba Bellin.
Jack de Bellin.
And for the interchanges for the Dragons, we have Tali Toa, Amon, Blake Laurie, Josh McGuire, and George Burgess. And for the reserves, we have Tatui, Moga, Jackson Ford, Aaron Woods, Tyrell Sloan, Cody Ramsey, Tyrell Fui Milano. Thank you.
Mano. Yeah.
Mano, thank you. And Jaden Sullivan.
Alrighty. All good with the Dragons. And then moving on to the Sydney Roosters. Of course, here we go. We've got the backs. James Tedesco, Daniel Tupou, Paul Moborowski, Joseph Manu, Joseph Swiley, Sam Walker, Luke Keary. For the forwards, we've got Jared Waria-Hargraves, Sam Verrills, Lindsay Collins, Angus Crichton, Steely Tupanua, and Victor Radley. For the interchange, we've got Drew Hutchinson, Fletcher Baker, Nat Butcher, Cecioli Takiyoho, Lachlan Lamb for the reserves, Daniel Saluka Fafita, Kevin Naguama, Nafanu White, Adam Kering, and Renoff Atoni, and Ben Marshke. An epic matchup between these two, an iconic matchup on Anzac Day, and a brilliant game to come. We are so excited for this game, especially as a Roosters supporter. Woohoo! Roosters and Dragons.
Yay!
New block. Who do you have for this one?
Well, the background, what does it say?
Uh,
I don't know. Probably Roosters. Just for no apparent reason, they're just a million times better.
And of course, I'm backing my Roosters. I'm a proud Roosters supporter, always been, and I'll stick through and through. So I'm going the Roosters. I really believe this is going to be a great game. Also, guys, just to let you guys know, before this video ends, we have a special surprise announcement that we'll be talking about
Do we?
after the team list. Yes, we do. We do have a surprise. Dude, it's the easiest one. What are we doing?
I don't know what it is.
Game day.
know
What are
what
we
it is,
doing
man.
game day?
I don't know.
You don't remember what we're doing game day?
Never.
What did I buy?
I don't want to say it it's illegal.
So there you go. What do you mean illegal? All right.
Continue,
And that'll
let's
be our
continue.
first game on the Monday, and it'll be on the Wide World of Sport and Fox League, and of course KO Sport. And the last game to end the Anzac weekend, it is the Melbourne Storms taking on the New Zealand Warriors at 7 p.m. at Amy Park on a Monday.
I
Alrighty.
think Storm.
Yep, no worries. All good.
For the
Take it
Storm,
away.
our backs are Ryan. That's it. Nick Meaney, Ramirez Smith, Justin Olin, Xavier Coates, Cameron Muster, Jerome Hughes. And for the forwards, we have Jesse Bromwick, Harry Grant, Nelson Asofa Solomona, Felzi Kalofasuli.
That's Felice Kafusi.
Thank you. I think I say it. Kenneth Bromwick and Josh King. And for the interchanges, we have Brandon Smith, Tyron Wishart, Trent Lorio,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Tepai Moroa. And for other reserves, we have Chris Lewis, Marlon Sieve, Alec McDonald, Jordan Grant, Jack Howarth, Bronson Garlick, and Cooper Johns.
And for the New Zealand Warriors, we have for the backs, Reece Walsh, Dylan Watene-Zelezniak, Jesse Arthurs, Adam Pompey, Edward Cossey, Chanel Harris-Tavita, Sean Johnson. For the forwards, we've got Aiden Fanua-Blake, Wade Egan, Matthew Lodge, Ewan Aiken, Bailey Soren, and Josh Curran. And for the interchange, we've got Cody Nikarima, Bunty Afoa, Aaron Penne, Elisa Katoa. And for the reserves, we've got Tanela Atukalua, Jess Tavanga, I think so, yeah. Valami, is that Valami,
Valia?
I think so. Rocco Berry, oh my gosh, Kempe, Junior Rabbitohs, Ratuvar, and Garrett Smith. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name.
Sorry, this is all I hear. Oh god, Kempe!
Yeah, because I'm so sorry to the person, Kempe. I don't know your first name. It's a very interesting one, and I don't want to.
I think it's Malingi Kempe.
I think so, but I just didn't want to,
No, I agree. I would have went Kempe too.
Either way, the Melbourne Storms taking on the New Zealand Warriors in an epic matchup. An absolute belter of a game. And of course, we know how Melbourne always do the Anzac games. They make it amazing with the light show before the game starts. So it's an amazing day for Anzac Day. Melbourne and the Warriors. Who have you got for this one?
Well, I don't have Warriors picked. I have Storm because Storm are better.
Okay, is that how you got us? Tell me why you go for Melbourne.
Lost one game. That's actually
okay. Camera issues.
I fell.
That's all right. All good. I'm going the Melbourne Storms. Last week, New Zealand were good against the Roosters, but they had a lot of problems in their attack. And I think Melbourne, especially Melbourne, we're talking about, Melbourne love playing teams that don't have the right tempo to attack them. So I'm going the Melbourne Storms.
The real reason is why I choose them is they're like maybe a few points nearly. They're like 2 points away from being double the score against Sharks. Maybe.
No, exactly.
Maybe they have some skill. No one knows.
No, exactly. So, guys, now we're about to announce our secret news that we've been keeping for a little bit. But
what news?
Of course, what news? How do you not know?
I live under a rock.
So it's the news of the fact that we this year are actually attending the St. George Illawarra Dragons game versus the Sydney Roosters. If you guys want to see us at the grounds,
that wasn't fun.
What?
That wasn't fun.
What?
Don't look at my camera.
What did you do?
I fell.
How did you fall?
My chair's a bit busted at the moment.
That's all right. All good. So either way, guys, we'll be attending this year's Anzac Day match. You can see us down there if you want. Say hello to us. and you may possibly be in our vlog. You know, we might have a chat with the fans to see how you guys are going and everything like that. But yeah, so guys, don't miss us. We're going to the Anzac match this year. If you want to speak to us and say hello to us, why not? Come down, have a talk to us while we're doing our videoing of everything. Our first time vlogging on the channel, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Also, this will be mine and Joe's second year going together to the Anzac game. But I think we're going to make it try and keep it annually where we go to at least one game together, and that'll be the Anzac game at least. We'll try and do that.
Oh yeah, well the Anzac game's always a traditional thing, so that's the one to keep in mind. So yeah, guys, don't forget, we're at the Anzac Day match. If you want to see us, say hello and all that, and yeah. And our vlog video will hopefully come out on Monday, the 26th of April. Hopefully, once we edit and everything like that, it'll be ready to go by Monday or possibly the Tuesday.
I'm going to let you reiterate that again.
Why?
Monday, the 26th of April.
The day after. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, sorry. Tuesday, I'm so sorry. When I was doing this today, I had computer glitches and I must have wrote Monday.
Don't look at my camera.
I'm not. So yeah, guys, and just quickly before we finish up today, like I like to do every week, some question things, trivia things. Now, I had 2 people answering the questions, and the answers were for that other questions. The Bunnies and the Rabbitohs have played each other 8 times on Easter or Good Friday, and of course, the other one was I think it was how many times? Oh yeah,
let me just quickly check.
And it was the 20th anniversary for the Roosters.
Yeah, it's the 20th anniversary. So I'm going to Joe. I'm not even subscribed, I think. JoArt1.
You're not subscribed to our channel and you're helping us?
I really don't think I'm subscribed to your channel.
That's
I'm not. I'm really not subscribed. That's so sad.
Nah, it's all good, all good.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where things are.
You're trying to figure out what the questions were?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you got to go all the way down.
No.
Anyway,
yeah, no, I'm not going to try.
Anyway, while 2 blocks doing that, we're going to head over to the new questions. So, here are the questions for this week. How many times have the Sydney Roosters beaten the Dragons on Anzac Day? And also,
I would like to ask a question too.
And what player has scored the most points on Anzac Day? So it doesn't have to be just the Roosters and Dragons. It could be any of the Anzac Days previously or any game during the Anzac weekend. Who has scored the most points? Actually, no. Who has scored the most points on Anzac Day? So between the Melbourne and Warriors and Roosters and Dragons.
Okay, here are the questions, by the way.
Yep,
how many times has the Rabbits and Bulldogs played on Good Friday? And how many years has it been since Warriors and Roosters? Wait, what?
Warriors and Roosters played on the
grand final.
Yeah, and it was 20 years. It was the 20th anniversary. That's why I gave you guys the little hint of the little symbol. All right, guys. Well, that is it from us. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Hope you guys enjoy our content. Guys, make sure to follow us on Instagram. It's always good to see our followers and stuff like that. And also, to also chat with you guys and see our new posts. Why not? Always good.
In the comments, comment who's your favorite, Joe or me.
Oh, you can go there. All good, all good. So follow us on Instagram and of course on our YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and also click the little bell icon so you'll be notified every time we do new updates or new notifications or anything that's regard to our channel. Well, guys, that is it from us. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Anzac Day. And of course, we'll see you guys on Monday, 25th of April, if you're coming down. If not, see you guys next time for the Round 8 team list and key matchups coming up soon. Bye, guys.
Peace.
See you 2 block. Have a good weekend.